Welcome to Spiritually Raw. We expose and explore controversial truths, myths, and theories surrounding the spirit world. Guests include QAnon experts, investigators, debunkers, and skeptics of the supernatural, unexplained, and flat-out unimaginable. Content discussed on this show is not necessarily the opinion of the cast of Spiritually Raw, and topics quite often are for mature audiences only. This show is not intended to replace any medical, financial, or legal advice and is for entertainment purposes only. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Hello, everybody. How are you? And welcome to Spiritually Raw. Thank you so much for your energy exchange with us today. We hope you woke to the most miracle morning and are also having the most fortunate day today. So we are super happy to have our good friend Sherry DeBan back with us.
Yay!
Sherry, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. And Sherry's got some up-to-date news for us too about what we. If you remember last time she was on, I think it was before the end of the year. Sherry was talking about how they really had some plans to open up a school for the children.
Yes, I didn't expect it to happen that fast.
So I'm really excited to say that she's.
God!
Yeah, that's
you're living 5D, girl.
Yeah, really are. That's a great inspiration for everybody, and that's happening right now, everybody. So just she's going to let us know more about that in just a moment. I do want to remind you, if you haven't already, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you are aware that when we do put these updates on there. And of course, you can watch this episode and all of our others in its entirety, uncensored, on spirituallyraw.live, and you get 3 days on us. So.
And make sure to also, if you haven't already joined, our Telegram Spiritually Raw channel and the Telegram group chat. This is how we're communicating now. And I have to tell you, I love it. It's really, really great because we are communicating one-on-one with people, and it's much more active. It's much more fun. It's much more, just feel closer to people.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. It's really neat, isn't it, though?
It's awesome. It's like I love it.
Facebook and Twitter had an affair. You know what I mean? Is what happened, is what it seems like. So Sherry, welcome. How are you? It's good to have you back.
Thanks for having me. I'm good.
Yeah. So I was telling, as you heard in the introduction here, we were talking to the audience about, we had a conversation with you last year about you were putting the school together, and you have manifested this. I'm super proud of you.
It was the end of last year.
Yeah, end of last year, and you've kind of brought it to full circle. Tell us what's going on there, and what sparked you to drive it home this quick? Because it got pretty quick.
Yeah, everything happened so fast. Like I said before, the book was the premise for the school. So I wrote Divinely Guided a couple years ago as with the idea that the school would follow at some point, right? And then COVID hit, and it certainly wasn't a good time last year to do it. And then somewhere around Christmas time, right before the 21st, I literally thought, hey, I think this year's the year, maybe in the summertime, 2021. And then literally December 21st happened, and like life-changing things occurred for many people, including myself. Like just things were much more clear. And like it was around the 23rd, I woke up one morning and I had like all of these guides around me, and they were like, Sherry, it's time to go. Like, let's do this. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, how am I going to do this? And I had so many questions. Where am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? Where am I going to get the money? And they're like, one thing at a time, get the domain, the website going. I'm not kidding, and I think also.
I'm sorry. Did you say you were guided? I missed.
Yeah, my guides.
You said. Mm-hmm.
Yes, like spirit guides came to me one morning when I woke up half asleep, and they're like, "All right, it's go time," basically.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And within 1 week, not even kidding you, I had the website, the business plan. I had interviewed and brought on 10 people, 10 teachers.
Wow.
And I started just writing things down and planning the classes. I couldn't keep up with my thoughts. I was just channeling all the classes that we needed. The hemp coffee really helped me too, because I was so focused. That was also helpful, life-changing, to keep me real focused and clear on my intentions. Mm-hmm. And then people just started coming into my life just out of nowhere through these lives that I'm doing. Parents have have written me emails, literally telling me as they were writing the email, they were crying because they were so that this is coming to fruition and how happy they are and they can't wait. And so that was another one where I realized I really got to get the virtual, because this is a center in Bethesda, Maryland, with the intention of expanding for children all over the country, or really anywhere, with the virtual classes, like the Zoom classes. But I said, I'll do that later, right? Let's just get the in-person ones. And Spirit had another idea for me, because I can't tell you how many parents all over the country have been emailing me. When are the virtual classes going to be available? I mean, more interest there.
I'm so intrigued with this.
Yeah, and really, again, I'm just really enamored that we just talked about this a few months ago, and I'm just so impressed that you got it.
It wasn't even months.
Yeah, it was like December,
we're talking
wasn't it?
like days. It was like 30 to 60. When you were on last time, it was towards the end of the year, and when you talked about this, the end of it, I thought you were thinking 6, 8, 12 months out, not like 30, 60 days.
No, I wasn't. I really wasn't thinking it would be that quick. And then it was like the beginning of January hit, and it was like, oh, wow, this is happening. And so we have over 20 classes we're offering in February already. I have 10 teachers.
Wow.
It's exploding. And I have people email me every day that they want to get involved. They want to I put on the website that for those that want to contribute, we're accepting donations, because we have to order so much equipment, so many instruments and art supplies, and we need so many things. So I've had so many generous people donate money for the children's classes.
Will they be able to do that through the website that we have up here?
Yeah, it's on the homepage towards the bottom. Okay. It says if you want to contribute, there's a PayPal link, and we're very grateful for any contributions, because this is, although I have a team with me, like, this venture happened quite quickly. I didn't have any money, set aside for this. I didn't quite realize it was going to happen so fast. So it's just me. But I believe if it's high and mighty and pure, the universe will make things happen very quickly. And that's what's happening right now. And so I'm really excited about it, because, even my children, I've been talking about this for years, but now that my kids see, they ask me, Mom, when are the classes? I want to come. I want to join. I want to do it. Maybe in every single class. And I'm like,
Sherry?
I have so many questions.
I do too. You want to start first?
Yeah, yes, because number one, I'm interested. Well, you asked. Number one, I want to know your experience since December 21st, how it's changed. And then number two, help us understand exactly what the classes are and how they're going to roll out.
So December 21st, some people had noticed, a huge shift in their frequency. For me, it wasn't as expansive as I was expecting, but really in hindsight, looking back, what it was I was super motivated to just move forward. You wouldn't believe what I've gotten done in the last 30 days since the 21st. I launched an entire virtual teaching program on my website. So now I offer intuitive development classes that I on my website, intuitivewellnesscenter.com. I did the business plan and the whole website for the children. I did so many things. And I think that for me, at least, that's what it did for me, was it like spearheaded me in the direction of 2021 and what it is that I'm supposed to do. And I was very clear and very focused and very driven, and I spent hours and hours, and, I have 2 businesses. I have 3 children, 3 pets. I don't know how I'm doing it.
Exactly. I mean, you're not like sitting around eating bonbons all day long. I mean, you have a very active, full life to begin with. Yeah.
And I'm doing like 5 interviews a week, on the Collective channel. I mean, I don't even know where my energy is coming from. I think, to be completely honest, I think the coffee is a huge part of that. I'm telling you, it's life-chinging.
Well, your shows are great. I love what they're doing. I look forward to watching you every day on the Collective Super channel there. But I want to ask you this: when you get the after the 21st, when you started to get that, was it like was it just like you felt like you were just flooded? Did it overwhelm you, or did you just get a divine okay, I'm just flowing here? Did you get what sense of it vibe did you get?
It was subtle initially, and then I was flooded and overwhelmed for about the first 2 weeks of January. Really overwhelmed, to the point where I was spinning, because I was just doing too many things at once, and I really got overwhelmed. And I had a really hard time, but it was in a hard time, meaning like I was doing things I enjoyed, you know, so it wasn't like I was upset. I was just overwhelmed with the amount of things on my list, the to-dos, because I really want to do this right for the kids, because this is truly a venture that children all over the world need right now. And when I say children, I really mean, you know, my youngest class right now is 5, the youngest. And I just actually increased it to age 20. So I had initially thought of 5.
Nice.
But I had a lot of parents reach out and say, you know, my 19-year-old would really like to take this class, or my 20-year-old would love the group support group. So I said, you know, why not? I'm not, you know, anybody that needs this, that's a teen, adolescent, why not? You know, because I feel like this could grow into something a lot bigger than it is.
Let's talk about this for a minute. Can you help paint a picture, Sherry, for us about what exactly the learning experience they're going to get when they come to your school?
And is it live, or are these pre-recorded classes?
Okay, so the virtual ones are live. There are Zoom classes that people will like log on to a situation like this, and then whomever is teaching them will instruct and do the class virtually. And then obviously the class is in person in my center that I'm in right now will be for those in the community that can come. So the classes range from very foundational, like mindfulness, all the way to like extreme spiritual kids that, you know, that want to learn telepathy and communicating with animals and like
that is
can
so cool.
Can I come and join? Can I?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know, I'm teaching. So let's
open up a new age bracket.
Yeah, we can expand for you. Well, I teach actually in my other business. That's what I do. I teach adults. So I already do that, but I don't do it virtually. I should. But so to give you some of the ideas of what I'm teaching in February, tarot card class for kids. How to use a pendulum and dowse for kids, introduction to spirituality. So it's a vast range of ages that we categorize so that it's more age appropriate, but it's all about understanding spirituality. There's spirit guide class where you learn about animal totems. And then there's a series of different art teachers that are teaching they're art generated classes, but they are learning about the chakras and then drawing them and coloring them. So they're learning something, but it's very spiritual based. And then there are those classes that are structured around mindfulness, and like this is one that's really dear to me, is channeling your anger and frustration into energy. So teaching children how to manage their frustrations, their energy and their vibration. So the classes are literally whatever you can think of. We're doing it. Like that's what I've been saying on my live.
Can you imagine having something like that?
That's amazing. You know
how different we would have, how much the energy, the planet would have shifted.
Well, you know, the other thing I want to ask you is, do your guides that you channel or that are around you, do they give you any sense of, Sherry, like how close you are from this actually being legitimized as real training? You know, that could be the kids could get credit for, or school credits for. Is there any sense of that?
You know, that's a really good question, and I just got goosebumps when you said it. So there's some validity there that I need to look into. I don't think it's going to be that long, because I really truly believe the school system is shifting and is going to continue to shift in phases. And at some point, this will be, I believe that this will be part of the curriculum. They're already sprinkling in some things like mindfulness, yoga, things like that, and meditation in schools, some schools. But I think that there's a possibility for that. I feel like this is going to literally explode this summer.
It is, Sherry. I'm going to tell you something right now, because right when Jay asked that question is exactly the question I was thinking. And
was it going to get certified? Like, can you certify these?
Not so much certified, because it's not going to need that certification, because people aren't going to really care. They're going to care more that their child and their children, the behavioral structure is going to be shifting in their children so much that they're not going to truthfully give a shit about a certification. So, and not to say that the certification won't come, maybe like in the 5-year range, but this is going to explode to such a level. I could see like literally in 2 to 3 years, it's going to alter the way that we are teaching children, because you already had the foot in the door with the homeschooling, right? You had the COVID where parents are already homeschooling.
Yeah.
And that's not really effective it's really not mentally, it's not healthy because they're learning the same garbage, right?
Yeah.
You've put an entirely different twist on it.
You're like Nobel Peace Prize.
You are. I'm dead serious.
Oh,
yeah.
You seriously should. I'm serious. This is great.
You are literally going to be such a strong entity in this movement of shifting the educational system. It's kind of like what you're doing right now is the first prototype.
Are you giving her a reading?
It's just coming. I don't know. It's whatever.
It's not even 99 cents a minute, Sherry.
It is. Yours is like the first prototype, and it's just going to mushroom into something so ginormous because the parents are going to see such a shift.
Oh God, I wish there was something
in the
around
energy
here.
And the vocabulary and the calmness of the children, and the best way to expand something, tell a mother something and have it work for the mother.
I would say to you, Sherry, I would definitely look into seeing how this thing can get accredited for real.
It will.
There's no reason they not.
I see number 5, and I am definitely saying within year 5, if not sooner, it's
5 months at the rate she's going.
It could be 5 months.
She's already got 10
It
instructors.
is the number 5. Yeah, so it could be 5 months. It could be 5 years, but it's definitely going to get accredited for sure.
Yeah, thank you for saying all of those things because, I've been planning this in my head for years without even talking to many people about it. And my insecure part of me thought, gosh, are people even going to care about this?
Yes.
Is this silly? Is this just a mom wanting this for her kids? But it's so nice to hear people all over the country say these things, these great things, because it really validated my idea that it is needed. I feel like these classes these are fundamentals. Aside from, the pendulum class and tarot card and animal communication, those are more fun. But the mindfulness, the meditation, learning to channel energy for healing, like I'm teaching Reiki level 1 class next month for kids, because kids pick up these things easily.
Yes,
all of these things, we have a lovely teacher teaching a divine masculine group for young boys.
Wow.
We have a positivity class where this lovely teacher is going to teach girls about mindfulness and periods and like womanhood. So it's not all like, I don't want people to miss.
It's real spiritual life skills.
That's right. Yeah,
wow,
it's also common sense. Okay, so I'm going to go back and say one thing that you just said. When you said, "Is it just a mom?" You were talking about yourself. Was it just a mom with a crazy idea? Yes. And you know what? There are so many other moms that have that idea. Geez, I just wish there was an online school where I could send my child that would learn some core spiritual values, but they didn't have your background. So yes, you are a mom with a crazy idea, and there's millions of other moms with that crazy idea. It's just that you now have launched it.
Yes. Well, thank you. You're right. Thanks.
No,
are we in therapy?
Yes. It's like free therapy every day.
One quick point, because I don't want to discount the parents, because it's very important. This is not just a children's center. I have a whole parent platform going as well. So we have parent classes, support groups for parents with kids that are very spiritual, that talk about past lives and seeing ghosts and things, and they're panicking, emailing me, "Oh my God, what do I say to them? How do I respond to this?" I can't count the amount of emails I get from parents freaking out about things that their kids are saying. So support groups for parents as well, and spiritual classes for them, so that they also get an understanding of all of this. So maybe they're not that spiritual, but their children are bringing them towards that direction. So the kids are learning, but the parents are also learning.
Sherry,
So
you mentioned that you had 10 instructors already locked and loaded, ready to roll. So
Yeah.
did that work with them? Did that just kind of attract to you, or did you spend time already organizing like who was going to do what and what they were going to teach?
Well, I had a few in the area that I train myself in energy healing and intuitive development classes that I knew were going to come with me. But I literally first I told God, send me the right people. And I put various posts through Facebook and Instagram, and the right people came. I don't know where these people have been all my life, but these teachers are incredible and driven, and I'm so grateful because they're the right ones. It's not like I just try to grab as many people as I could just because I wanted a big number.
Mhm.
Like,
No, it's been divinely orchestrated for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
this is
I
cool.
really vetted these people, and I asked Spirit to guide me, you know, to make sure I choose the right people, because this is a big deal. Like, this is really big for me, and I don't want to do it, you know, half-assed. Excuse my language. Like, this has to be done right, and so I need the right people with me because they represent this company, and they need to be the right ones. So I believe that they were brought to me in some way, shape, or form.
What do you see? Do you have a sense of the future of this, Sherry, from your perspective? Like, okay, so you've gotten from, we've only talked to you a few months ago. Now we see this coming to life, and, you know, in just a few days now, your grand opening. Do you see your future of this? What do you see happening with this? Have you given that any thought or any direction you're getting from your inspiration?
Yeah, I see. Honestly, again, this could be a mom's vision, but I see this exploding and just like the sky's the limit. Like, I can see franchising out so that there are more physical locations all over the country.
Yep.
I can see retreats. I really like to get locations where kids can be outside. It's really hard in Bethesda, Maryland, for us to have an outside location. And of course, if kids are doing Zoom, they're usually inside. So I really want to get the outside connecting to earth component. So I see kids outside gardening, playing with crystals, meditating outside, like doing retreats, you know, weekend retreats, parents can come. Like, honestly, I see like this just going. Like,
it's going to mushroom to like your wildest dreams. Is the name of the school called Divinely Guided Children?
Yes. The book is called Divinely Guided, but the school, the center rather, is Divinely Guided Children, LLC. I just turned it into an LLC. So it's Divinely Guided LLC. I'm sorry, Divinely Guided Children, LLC. Mm-hmm. And the slogan is where children are free to explore their spiritual gifts. So, and that can just encompass anything, really. And I just want to be clear, there's no religious component to this whatsoever. We don't talk, aside from maybe prefacing or bringing up guides and angels and God, there is no religious component to this at all.
Have you had a chance, Sherry, to take this moment that you're manifesting? Have you had a chance to celebrate it? Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah,
Too busy.
This is pretty amazing.
Too busy.
You know,
I feel like I'm going 100 miles an hour, so probably not so much. But I really should. You know,
take a minute for yourself, right?
My wheels constantly moving. Like I wake up in the middle of the night. I think of a class. I write it down, and I'm just constantly just, you know, thinking of ideas. So I really have not had the chance to really celebrate this. Maybe when it opens and I see the children's faces and the reaction, that will probably be the moment where I feel like I could breathe a little bit, you know, because
that's awesome.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good for you.
I know you are a full-fledged Hempworks coffee lover.
Yes.
Are you also taking the oil too?
So I have experimented with lots of things. I take the 1,500 milligram oil every day, the drops. I take the melatonin every night to sleep, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you love the melatonin? I'm just in love with that.
I take 2 capsules every single night, and it helps me sleep much better. I also have the dog drops, so I give them to my dogs.
We do that too.
Yeah, I got the 3 dog drops.
I also have the face creams. I mean, you name it, I've bought it.
Yes, same with us.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you know what's interesting though? The timing that this product and these products were brought to us is extraordinary.
You know, we're noticing too, and how
you've been able to launch all of this so fast and so vast. There's got to be something, because your mind's been like laser focused.
A lot of people have been talking about that though, and I'm not kidding. I'm not sounding like it's like an infomercial.
No, there's just no other explanation. And because it's happening to us.
They're activated, like new ideas are forming, but it's not even just the new ideas that are forming. It's like the actual like applying it, like actually taking an idea and taking it to fruition is happening for people for the first time. You know, which is amazing.
I'll give you an example too, because I always have two coffees in the morning, like 2 packs in 1 cup. It's very strong, but it's delicious. And in the afternoon, so it was a couple weeks ago, and it was the afternoon, and I was kind of tired, and I was like, oh, I'm done working right now. I need a break. I had some coffee. My son was sitting there too, because this is really funny. I had my coffee. I was watching something with him on a cartoon or something. I don't know. I finished my coffee. I kid you not, within like 2 minutes, I literally sprung off the couch and I was like, oh my God, I have an idea. I need my computer. I ran to the computer, brought it to the couch, and my son's looking at me like the 16-year-old, like, what is she doing? And he's like, what are you doing, Mom? I was like, I have an idea. I need to write this down right now. It was like something activated in me. And I had 3 classes I posted within like a half hour. New classes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. I mean,
it is so incredible because I do the exact same thing with Jay, and I'm not exaggerating. Just like you, where you had the coffee and boom, opened up. As soon as I take the oil, and then we run, we get up, we take the oil, then
I got an idea.
We go for a run.
I got an idea.
And literally, by the time we start running, which is like from the oil to the run is maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
And Jay's like, not now. Can it wait till we get back home? I'm like, no, I need to tell you right now.
I'm blowing up my text. Like if I got my headphones on, it's like no regard.
Like, if you won't listen to me, then I'll just text you.
I'm like, no regard. I'm like, I'm just trying to. I just need just a moment for me. But
it's true. That's how fast it activates that.
But I think is what happens. They say there's sensors in the body, and I think it's activating something because I know like we've been just like we're a mile a minute also as far as like just productivity and idea. But the most incredible thing is that the implementation of these ideas is just
getting done.
It's like holy crap! Like wow, like I can't even think about like my day, and I'm like, okay, this is what came up today. How do you just reconcile all of this and move to the next day, kind of thing,
And it does, though.
And it does that. It's wild.
It's not only that you have the idea; it's you have the idea, and then you create the idea, and you've manifested it. It's wacky.
Hey, Sherry, I want to ask you. About instructors now. So are you gonna, since this is done virtually, are you looking for more instructors? Is there a call out there for right now that maybe have different techniques or strategies that you'd want to talk to?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm always going to be looking for instructors because as this grows, we're going to be in need of more and I think more virtual instructors because there's going to be a greater need for these online classes so that children can enjoy them from anywhere, not just in my area. Mm-hmm. But I always tell, I'm full on the yoga and the mindfulness and the meditation, I've got, and the art. But I always tell people, if you have a unique idea, like the woman that came to me and said, I want to do a period positivity class. I would have never thought of that. But I thought, oh my God, it's such a great idea. So if people have creative ideas that they think would be a hit or would be beneficial for these kids, reach out to me. You can email me.
I got one.
I got a great idea.
I got one.
Let's see if you're right. Let's see if your idea.
I have the idea, but I'm not the person for it.
What is it?
A fitness class because kids are trapped in the house. And the yoga is different. The yoga is, great, but they need to also release the energy. So like calisthenics and where because like they have on the computer, right, the programs that you put on and there's the games or the kids are moving, but you want to get away from the programming, right? To actually have an instructor that's going to teach the children how to do calisthenics or move their body or shift their energy or do crunches or whatever, like a fitness class.
Hey, you know what? Here's another idea, Sherry, as we're weaseling our way into your board of directors. There's an idea. What about a life skill like budget balancing? Like take some of these kids and like give them like a
finance
play money and have them like budget like Monopoly money and okay, here's what you got. Now these are your expenses and have them take a look at the actual value of money. Balance it. I gotta go out and buy groceries. I gotta go or this. For me to play. Here's $5 for that. You know what I mean? Just so they have a sense of that.
Yeah, no, I like it. That's a really good idea.
How to manage a checkbook.
Yeah, they didn't teach me that in school. I had to figure that out. I do have this wonderful lady who's doing a Latin fusion class for kids virtually. So it's like a dance class, but it's fitness. But
so cool.
If anybody's watching this that has a creative idea of some sort of fitness class that's fun for the kids, please reach out to me because we need more than the one.
I got another idea. A kids cooking class.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Kids love working.
I have a teacher who just reached out to me. She wants to call it intuitive eating.
That's a great name.
Very, very good.
That's a great name
that she's developing. That's what I'm saying. Like I can only create so much myself. So I'm like, reach out to me and give me your ideas. And if they're good, I'm not saying any idea is bad. What I mean is if we can market it and it drive an audience. And there's a need, like, let's do it. Let's create this. This is Sherry Diffin's, Divinely Guided Center. But this is like all about the community. And I want everyone to be involved. It's not just mine.
This
You know?
is an endless possibility,
Like
Sherry.
Superintendent Sherry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Superintendent Sherry. That's what we're going to call you from here on out. Superintendent Sherry. Yeah. What are the new roles? Hey, Sherry.
Super principal.
Super principal. Hey, I'm so happy and proud of you, really, and for pulling this off. And we're here, your biggest fans. You know, just when you get there, we'd love to get updated on how, you know, the progress of what's happening. You know, if you could keep us definitely informed on that, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So do you want everybody to connect with you there? Anybody wants to learn about the school, how to support you, they can just go to Divinely Guided Children, right?
Yeah, and they can subscribe so they can get our newsletter about what classes are coming up. We have an Instagram page, Divinely Guided Children as well. And they can see all the stuff coming up. You know, we have tons of ways to interact with the community.
Okay.
Yeah, reach out.
And for those of you that want to learn and listen to more of Sherry, she has she's on the Collective Super channel. All you got to do is go to YouTube, the Collective Super channel, and you'll find her. And also, she's also on the Quantum Collective, the Quantum Super channel. So you can go to either places. She's going to be everywhere. Lives a lot. Yeah, forget about it. You're going to see Sherry everywhere.
You're going to see her everywhere. Sherry, it's always good. It's always good to get to connect with you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on
making it
reality and, you know, showing the world that an idea can be manifested like this, and, you know, with just great planning like that. So bless you on this journey. We're big fans.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you guys.
Sure. Thank you, everybody, for having us in your home today. And we hope you got a lot of value out of this. And don't forget to, you know, if you got those little ones running around up to 19, as I understand. For now, you know, but have them check out the site, you know, just see how they can round out their worldly ways of looking at life. So it's good times ahead of us. Thank you very much, everybody.
Absolutely. And together we are turning the universal key to global harmony, and we are creating a unified world. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And remember, tune in often, tell all your friends, and most importantly, may all your dreams come true. Many blessings. We'd like to share a story. While it may sound fictional, it's very real and happening right now in front of our very eyes. It's called The Great Awakening. Our sisters and brothers that come on Spiritually Raw are doing everything to help expand global consciousness, and in many cases putting everything on the line to share their messages about what's happening around the world for the greater good of humanity, while exposing the truth of the deep state and the dark forces behind it all. We are living in the most unbelievable times. Some may even say biblical, scary for many and yet exhilarating for others. Together we are taking part in getting everyone acclimated to the Great Awakening process and the exciting new discoveries that lie ahead. The sad part is many of our amazing guests are being heavily censored, socially shamed, and outright banned on many platforms for exposing the truth and piercing the veil. By becoming a viewer, you bring your powerful energy towards this global movement of other truth seekers. If you're resonating with our show, please let us know by hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, turn on the notification, and leave some comments. Together, we will turn the universal key to global harmony and create a unified world. And remember, tune in often, tell all your friends, and most importantly, may all your dreams come true. Thanks, and God bless Patriots worldwide.